Welcome to the WP2 Collaborative Writing Project by Mrs. Henderson's Leadership Classes.
Hi, my name is Mikaria Collins, and we're going to tell about Nelson Mandela and his biography. Nelson Mandela was born and raised in South Africa. He was born in 1918 and died just last year in 2013. Nelson Mandela went through a lot of struggles for South Africa. He went to jail for them and everything. He went through things like such as discrimination, racism, bad treatment, bad food, and things of that nature.
If Nelson Mandela was to change anything, I don't think he would change nothing. Because not only did he fight for himself, he fight for the whole Africa.
South Africa. Nelson Mandela was not a one-man leader. He led for everybody. He didn't just think about himself. He wasn't a selfish man. When Nelson Mandela achieved his goals of becoming president of South Africa and getting the rights that he thought they should have, Nelson Mandela did not think to give up not once. He never looked back. He thought about the whole South Africa and himself, not just himself.
And he was a wise man.
Yeah. Nelson Mandela never gave up on South Africa and himself. He was always Nelson Mandela. He never stopped striving for nothing. He
was very intelligent, determined, wise.
And that concludes our biography on Nelson Mandela.
Thanks for watching.
Okay, we are here with Wilma Rudolph. Hello, Wilma.
Hello.
Okay, let's talk about your career. When did you realize you wanted to run?
I was in high school and I played basketball, and Coach noticed how fast I could run, so he suggested that I run track.
Okay. What is the biggest challenge you had to overcome as a young child?
I had to say when I had double pneumonia, it nearly killed me. I slowly got over that. Then I had polio in my left leg. It damaged it, so I had to wear a brace.
Okay. What is the biggest fear, your biggest fear in life?
My biggest fear in life was when I was pregnant with my beautiful child, Yolanda.
Okay. Would you ever encourage Yolanda to run again?
No. I think it's her decision.
Have people offended you for being a black African-American woman in the Olympics? Did you expect more respect?
Yes, people did offend me. For example, I was in Hawaii and a lady saw me and she grabbed her dog and crossed the street with a nasty look on her face. I didn't want to yell, but I knew it would mess up my career, so I had to have respect for myself and others.
Did you think you would get so much support for having a child and trying to do the rest?
No, not really. I didn't think I would get much support, but after I had my child, Yolanda, I had a lot.
Okay. By the way, when did you have Yolanda?
When I graduated in 1958, I was pregnant with my little angel.
Okay. What happened after that?
What do you mean?
What did you do after you had Yolanda?
Oh, I was a full-time student at Tennessee State, and I also did track. And I needed someone to watch Yolanda while I was at school.
Okay. And we will be right back with more questions with Wilma Rudolph. And we are back with Wilma Rudolph. Okay, Wilma. So let's talk about your mother. How was she supportive of you in your career?
Well, yeah, she was very supportive of me in my career. Not only that, she was getting paid because I had a full scholarship. She was proud of me because I was the only one in the house that had a chance to actually go to college. I still can hear her say, if you're running to go there, you can do it.
Okay. And that's it for this interview. I would like to thank Wilma. Thank you, Wilma. Thank you for coming out today.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to me to be here today.
Okay, and that's it. Have a nice day.
The Outstanding Adventure of Westmore. Westmore grew up in the Brooks, where he discovered many hard times, the loss of his father, moving away, transferring from schools, and being arrested. When Westmore's father died in front of him, all he left of him is his dad. All he have left of him from his dad is seeing him gasping for breath and falling down, which has to be a very heartbreaking image. The Book of Westmore was basically about this young African American kid who had been through a lot. Like, he had sister, he was like a normal teenager, like how we have our own brothers and sisters. We get a little argument with them, but his mother never believed in him putting his hands on a girl. So, like, whenever he would hit his little sister, he would always get in trouble for it. And one day, he actually did put his hands on his sister and actually made her bust her mouth, and he got in trouble for it. And Westmore really had a breakdown when his father died because it was someone who he felt like was his own. And the last image he had of him, like when we spoke about it on this piece of paper, was his father falling down and dying in front of him, like gasping for breath. I don't think none of us really could relate to seeing someone die in front of us. Could you relate to that? I don't think any of us could really relate to that. And I guess the way he reacted was by joining a gang, and he called himself Kid Cupid. Yeah, Kid Cupid. And that's the time he actually got arrested for it. He got arrested because he had violated public premises by writing his name because he felt like it was cool because all the other cool kids were doing it. And that was his first time getting arrested. And the way his mother made him repay for that was by sending him to military school. And it showed him how to be a man. And during military school, his life was basically through military school. He grew up in military school, and the way it paid off was by him jumping out of planes, having that whole type of experience. Another thing that happened was when he had a time period when he wanted to play basketball. It was just kind of out of the ordinary when Westmore wanted to play basketball because, I felt like it made him a way of, not being distracted. It made him something to be focused about. It was something that kept him on track. And there was a lot of things that Westmore had fallen through. And here we are today, reading Westmore. That's why I suggest other students to read about Westmore.
Hello, my name is Brenda Farley. You are? Malcolm X. Nice to meet you. Thank you. How are you? I'm fine. How are you? I'm great. Thank you. So, when your house burned down, how did that feel? How did it make you feel?
I was highly upset. I thought my family and I were finally safe from the persecution, but I guess I was wrong. I thought we found home.
When your mother was put in a mental institution, how did that affect you? Did it affect you at any time?
Yes, it did. I was emotionally damaged. I had no parents to raise me and to show me right from wrong. So I was affected.
What caused you to make that change when you was put in jail?
My brother Reginald would write me every day. It's like he threw me a lifeline. He was telling me about the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, and I wanted to see what it was like.
So, do you honestly believe your father was killed by a train?
No, I don't. I believe KKK killed him. They didn't really like my father, and my father would just fall over on the train track and get ran over. I don't believe a word they said about that story. I don't believe it's true at all.
Do you honestly believe that Elijah Muhammad was a positive impact on you or negative?
I think he's positive, but I added my own little thing in it, so people didn't really like it because I was kind of violent. I grew up in a violent home, so just violent, period. So if I want something, I'm going to take it.
So when you was at your father meetings, right? So like, did he have a positive impact on you?
I never really paid attention to my father. I was young. I didn't understand it.
Did any of your brothers and sisters go to his meetings?
Yes, I believe so.
So like, when your father was killed, right? Did your mother go to the mental institution right after, or they had to wait a while?
No, actually, it's not that they had to wait a while. She didn't go right away. She was just she was getting a little off daily. She stopped feeding us, taking care of us. She just sit in her room, just sit there quiet. She stopped caring. She gave up on life.
Right. When your father was there, did y'all have enough food to eat, or was y'all poor, or was y'all like?
It was like middle class. It was in the middle. Because actually, he didn't really have a job. He loves to preach, and my mother didn't think it was a good job. But they kept food on the table. They fed us, clothed us, so it was fine. It's just that the whippings. The house was very violent because my mother used to be beaten when she was little, so she always would be beaten.
Right. So in elementary school, was you bullied at all, or did you get along with everyone?
I was not getting along with everybody. We couldn't really hang out with the white children, but I was the class clown, always making fun of people, being made fun of, till I got older. I wanted to be a lawyer.
So like, when you was in elementary school, did you think that it was gonna be like that, separate, or did you already know it was gonna be separate between whites and blacks?
I knew that.
Right. So I don't. So thank you, Malcolm X. Thank you for having this meeting with me. Now I know your real life story. So thank you.
What was the name of the book? Well, Discovering Westmore. And what are some struggles you had in your life? Some of the struggles that I had in life was losing my dad. I was very young when I lost my dad, and the last image that I have of my father is when he was gasping for breath, and he took his last breath, and he was just looking at me. And seeing that image was the worst thing you could have ever seen, because he was losing someone he was so close to. So, and going to jail. Going to jail because I was affiliated with a gang, so I wanted to fit in, and I violated public premises and wrote my Kid Cupid, which was my nickname back then. It's pretty silly, but it was the thing back in the day. So going to jail. And where was you going? I was actually going to the Bronx, which where losing my dad took place. It was just a lot, but I'm always representing Bronx.
And what was your highest downfall?
My highest downfall was disappointing my mother after knowing that we had just lost our father. Because I feel like I let all my sisters down, and I let her down, which basically disappointed everybody. I was falling on track with school, and here I am today. I brought myself back up. I did what I had to do, and I wrote a book.
And where are you now since you wrote this book?
Where I am now is basically trying to work on my next book, and just trying to influence everybody else to just do right. You gonna mess up sometimes, but you don't do the same mistake that you made at first. You can't continue to do the same thing over and over again. You'll never learn from it. It just means that you're making it a habit. So just move on in life, because every day is not promised.
Okay. So, do you feel like you accomplished something?
Actually, I do, because where I'm starting from at first is a whole new, it's a whole other progress.